We just picked all this stuff up from Facebook Marketplace, as you can see, and the listing was pretty blurry, so I couldn't really see exactly what was in there, but I could see this PlayStation 2, and I already knew I could get my money back just from this. Also, this little multi thing, this sells for a pretty good bid, but honestly, I didn't even see what games are in here. Let's see, The Street, Spy Hunter, Guitar Hero, Most Wanted. No way. Is the game in here? We are back at the headquarters. I just paid 50 bucks for all this stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Well, actually $49.75. I guess there's a quarter in it. But this was 50 bucks, all this stuff. And we're gonna be going through it. We're gonna be laying everything out on the table. We're gonna be showing the total value of everything. And then I'm gonna clean it and I'm gonna show you guys the process of how I list things and then get it sold. But before I do that, I want to show you guys the whole setup that I have here. Basically, as you can see here, I have some boxes sitting here on the left. These are just extra boxes that I like to collect because you never know what kind of stuff you have to ship off. Sometimes it's good to have extra boxes. I have brand new boxes that I use for smaller stuff, but it's always good to have a bunch of boxes that are random sizes. But on this table right here, I have some consoles sitting here. Some of these consoles are not actually working. They are working, but like this one here, the button is like not pressing all the way. So it's like little things like this. This one, these two just are untested. I currently don't have the power cable to do so, but the 64, the button just gets stuck. It does work. It's just, I'll have to clean that out. So basically each one of these consoles is just like little issues, or like these games, the stickers on them, and they're just a little dirty. They have to get cleaned off, but I'm gonna be laying all my stuff out on the table here and cleaning it. That's the box we just picked up. But right here, I have just some foam and some bubble wrap and just like extra supplies that I can use for packing. I have other stuff too, like as you can see here, like bubble stuff, but this is just extra because I do like to reuse. But if we zoom out, this is basically the setup right here. I custom built this thing myself, and after I get all my items processed through on that table, once I lay it out, get the values of them and clean them, I'll put them over there. That center right there is where I take pictures. I have this little light that flips on so I could take pictures and stuff like this. And it looks pretty good in the photos, but pretty much that's where I do all that. And then once it's listed, I have it sitting on this shelf until it gets sold. Once it gets sold, I use either some boxes or whatever I have on here, and if it's something bigger, I will use those bigger boxes there. But pretty much I get it packed up right here and get it sold and get it shipped off. So yeah, that's pretty much the setup right here. It's not too much space. In the center, I just have a lot of inventory sitting here. I do have a lot of consoles and games and just like random stuff that I still have to sort through and get listed. This is basically all the stuff that's not listed yet. Like these are a lot of extra controllers and wires, and there's games and all of these boxes right here. So there's a lot of stuff to go through, but all the new deals that I pick up, I instantly process them now. Like this one here, I will not throw this onto the pile. I will process it real quick, clean it, list it, and pretty much get it out of here. So basically, once I have nothing to do, I start processing this stuff and get it posted. But as of right now, I constantly keep looking for deals because I do not want to miss out. So we're going to be going through, laying all this stuff out real quick, and I'm going to be showing you guys the total values of all this stuff. All right, so first on the list, we got this PlayStation right here. And as you can see, it came with wires and stuff. That's the power cable. It has a memory card, which has like the sticker on it, but this is stuff I'm still going to have to test. You can see it's like really, really dirty. Everything's still connected, but if you pop this open, there's no disc, but look, it looks fairly clean on the inside. This tells me that this has been like sitting in the garage for a very long time, and he just wanted to finally get rid of it. The bottom is not in bad condition and stuff, so I think I can get roughly about, after fees and shipping, I probably will get to keep about $80. So that's definitely a score because I only paid about $50 total for everything. But if we move on to the next thing, so we are technically $30 in the profit right away just off of that PlayStation. But next, oh, and that PlayStation, I'll probably throw in this controller as well. So that will be $80 with this controller. And the analog sticks look like they're not ripped up or anything like that. So it definitely will need some cleaning, but after that, it should be really good with that PlayStation. But next, we have this controller, which is like an aftermarket controller. I'm not exactly sure how much this can sell for, but I don't assume it would be too much, especially this is in pretty dirty condition. I will probably bundle this up with this other PlayStation controller, and the reason is because these analog sticks are all ripped up. I don't know if you can fix these or if people fix them, but to me, this is basically, these controllers are useless because the analog sticks are this way. But I will bundle this up, and I'll probably get around, after fees, maybe around $10 for both of these together. So boom, that's another $10 right there. But moving on, next we got this game that was Street NBA, and it was disc only. There's no case, there's no manual to this game. If we open it up, it's blue and it has some fingerprints, light scratching. Scratching is not terrible. It could definitely be worse, but that's not terrible, especially it being without a case and all. But this game is worth around $10, but after fees, I will probably get to keep about $5, and after shipping and stuff. So not too much, but still, that's an extra $5. Put that down here. Next, we got, this was the big winner, Street 2. And look at how good condition this game is in. The artwork is not ripped up. There's no major dents or scratches on this thing, besides the sticker right here, but this can be peeled off. And then there's this sticker at the top, which is not anything crazy. This can be peeled off right here and cleaned up. The back has this sticker, but also the artwork is in really good condition. It's not, you can see tiny little dents on the light here, but this is not anything crazy. But if we open it up, boom, look at that. Manual, game, and everything. And look how good this manual is. There's no creases in the corners, because when people open these up, it causes creases. But as you can see, this is in really, really good condition, especially for how old this game is. And I really want to add this to my personal collection. I don't know yet if I will, but this is definitely a really good game. And looking at the bottom, it has some fingerprints on it and stuff, but yeah, not anything too crazy. That could probably be resurfaced or cleaned off, but this game is worth around $45, and I will get about, after fees and everything, I'll probably get like $35 out of it. So boom, that's if I decide to sell it. But up next, we got this game right here, Spy Hunter. Pretty good condition as well. This game's not really expensive. It does come with a manual and the game and everything, but this game is only worth about $10, and it'll probably be like I'll get like $5 out of it, so not anything too crazy. Next, we got Guitar Hero 2. This is a pretty cool game. A lot of people like this game, but it's still not valued too high. It's in pretty good condition as well, black label. Comes with manual, comes with the game, but I'll probably only get about $5 for this one too. Next, we got this game. This game is really, really sought after. And yes, it's the red label. The red labels are worth a little bit less because they were reproduced a little bit later. But this game is still in really good condition. And boom, check this out. Manual. The game is in here. Everything is here. Not in terrible condition. And this game is worth, you can probably sell it for about $25, a little more. Probably I've seen it sell for $30. I'll probably get to keep about $20 afterwards. But I already have this personally. I have this game in my collection, and it's the black label. So I'm going to go ahead and sell this one. But up next, we got this, which is basically just a disc only. The Madden NFL 2010. The game is in here, but it does not come with the cover. This is just like one of those at the Play stores. It looks like somebody paid $17.99 for it once, but you probably can't get, look at all that stuff falling out of here. You're probably only gonna get like $5 or maybe even less, but I would say about $5 you can probably get for the disc, because people still do play this, but that's probably what I'll get for it. Up next, we got ATV Off-Road Fury 3, and this game is also not in terrible condition. There's a little bit of a dent here, but it's not too expensive of a game either. No manual. The game is in here though. I'll probably only get about $5 for this. And then we got this game right here, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. Let me know if you guys used to play this, but I grew up playing Tony Hawk's 2, and I really like the entire Tony Hawk collection. No manual though. The game is in here. It does sell for a little over $20, but I'll probably get to keep about $15 after it's all shipped off and everything. So that's another $15 that's gonna add to the pile. And the last thing we have in here is this. Let me know if you guys knew what this was before I even showed it to you guys. Or I mean, before I explained it to you guys. But this is basically just plugs into the PlayStation, and you can get 2 more controller ports and memory card ports right here. This thing, I did see it in the ad, so I knew this thing sells for about $25 to $30. I'll get to keep about $20 off of it, so that will add to the pile. And I knew I could get my money back because I only paid $50 total for everything. But yeah, that concludes everything. Oh, there's actually one more thing in here. There's this memory card, which basically sells for $10, but after fees, it's really light, so shipping will be cheap, but I'll get about $5 for it. And then the very last thing is there's this quarter. So boom, 25 more cents to the pile. But I can get rid of this box, and let's go ahead, clean all this stuff up. So basically this pile of stuff that I just picked up is worth about $215. Yeah. And I paid only $50 for it, so my profit is going to be about $165 after it sells. And if I decide to keep some of those games, my profit might be a little bit less, but still I'm getting my $50 back. I'm moving on to the next deal after that, and I'm still making money. So let's go ahead and clean all this stuff up, and then I'll show you guys. I'm gonna put this stuff right here. We're gonna take pictures of it and get this stuff listed and get sold off as fast as possible so we can move on to the next deal. All right, guys, we cleaned all this stuff up. As you can see right now, I still got to test all this stuff. I did not plug in the PlayStation. I don't even know if it works, but I'm going to run every single game, make sure every game works, test the controllers, test the memory sticks, pretty much everything, and then we're going to start listing. All right, guys, we got it all plugged in now. It's in the wall. I got the HDMI converter, and then there's all the games, but it's all plugged in. As you can see right now, the screen is blue. I got a game in here already. Straight. Let's see if this powers on. Moment of truth. The red light is on. That's a good sign. Boom. There you go. It has power. Let's see if it comes up on the screen. And there it goes. Let's see if it reads the game. There you go. Works perfectly. We're gonna give this a test for a little bit, run this thing, make it heat up a little bit, see how it runs, but you can hear the fan spinning now. Sounds good. It doesn't sound horrible. I'm gonna test all these games. We'll see. It looks like it's loading. Reading memory card stick, that's a good sign. In slot 1. No memory card. Might have not read that memory card. We'll have to double check that. But as of now, the game is working. It's loading. PlayStation looks good. Boom. All right, guys, we finally tested all this stuff. Everything over here worked besides the controller with the ones with the good one with the thumb pads. This one little button does not work for some reason. Now, I'm not sure exactly how to fix it. If you guys know, let me know in the comments below, but Every time I try to press it on multiple games, it wouldn't work, but everything else works perfectly fine. All the games worked, all this stuff worked, the memory cards worked. Now what I'm gonna do with the controllers, this blue one was acting a little bit weird. I don't know, when I turned the Tony Hawk game, it kept only looking backwards and I clicked every single button. When I plugged in another controller, it would automatically go perfectly fine. So I don't know if it's something stuck somewhere, but what I'm probably gonna do, since this one is missing the thumb pads, I'm probably just going to take these out and put it into this controller, because then at least I'll have one solid, good working controller that I can probably bundle with this PS2. And this would probably just be a scrap since it's a aftermarket one anyways. But yeah, that's good that most of the stuff worked. I'm very surprised everything worked so good, because I was expecting at least one game to be glitching out at least, because some of the games are good, but there was like 2 or 3 games that had a little bit of scratches on them. I was wondering if it's going to lag or not, but I played them for a decent amount and it all seemed really good. So time to get this stuff taken, all the pictures taken, time to list all this stuff, and then we'll be done with this deal. All right, we got everything listed, the games, the console right here, everything is listed. I have decided to keep these 2 games to my collection, Street 2 and Street NBA right here. This is disc only. I'm hoping to find maybe the case sometime later, but I want to keep these 2, and this one is in absolute immaculate condition. So check it out. Like, I know I've showed this before, but after I cleaned it up, it's like, seems almost nearly perfect. And if I open it up, the manual is just in such good condition. Like, this is rare to find something in this great condition, you know? So this is definitely going into the collection. I'm adding these 2. And part of this series, we're gonna be flipping stuff and selling stuff. And some of the games are just gonna go straight into the collection, which is gonna be right up on this shelf here. So boom, that's the first one right there that we are collecting. This whole shelf is empty. This is going to be just for that. It's on the very top, so it's not really going to get in the way, but that's the collection, and that's where all the games are going to be going. But that will conclude this deal. I've shown you guys pretty much the raw footage almost of everything that I do. The deal that I picked up, you can see that this stuff is not clean. It's really, really dirty sometimes, and plus we still got to test it. After we clean it, we got to take pictures of it. And I'm about to go upstairs to my office and I'm about to list all this stuff right away so we can start getting some money back. But make sure you guys subscribe, because there's more deals coming, and we'll see you guys on the next deal.